Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're here to talk about the Hoto Air Pump Pro. And let me just tell you, you want to stick around for this. Now, full disclosure, this company did reach out to me and asked if I wanted to review it. And when I looked over the specs, I'm like, okay, this is something I gotta have because one, I don't have an emergency air pump, and two, I don't have an air compressor or anything to inflate the tires on my car. I have a hand pump that I could use for like bicycle tires or sports balls or whatever, but I don't have anything like this or anything that I could use to inflate car tires with. So of course I was just like, yes, I definitely want this because I think that not only could I use it, but I think a lot of you could use it as well. So what do you get in the box? You're going to get, we'll just start with this, the charging cable for it, which is a Type-C charger, which is always awesome. A bicycle pump attachment. Then you're also going to get, let's just open this tiny little bag. It's a tiny little bag. So let's just say you're going to get a needle for, you know, inflating different types of, you know, if it's a football, soccer ball, volleyball, you know, that kind of thing. You have a different valve stem attachment depending on the valve stems on your car. You have this one right here, which I'm not quite sure what it could be used for, but potentially I would think a air mattress or something like that if you're going camping, but don't quote me on that because I'm really not sure. Now, next thing you're going to get is a carry bag for the device itself, which is nice to have because that protects it in your car, or if that's where you're going to store it, which is what I would recommend doing. You get the air pump itself, and you get the tube to actually inflate whatever it is that you're going to inflate. Now, cool thing about this, you're going to hold this down to turn it on, and then across the top you're going to be able to tell what it's actually looking for you to inflate. So this has a car right there, and then if you hit the mode button, which is also the power button, it switches it to, you've got bicycle, right? And then you have different like sports balls, you know, it looks like a basketball or something there. And then it's going to give you your tire pressure reading. So when you hook it up to something, it's going to read what the tire pressure is, and then whatever you need to inflate to, you're going to use this dial and change that to the setting that you need to inflate your tires properly, or whatever it is that you're inflating. Now, why do I like this so much? One, so the idea is, for me, if I'm traveling just around town, if I keep this in my car and I get a puncture in a tire, not a catastrophic failure. If your tire blows out, your tire blows out. There's nothing you can do. But you run over a nail or a screw, or something like that, and you have a slow deflation in your tire. Now you can use this to, depending on how far away you are and if you need to, but you can keep inflating the tire. If you have to stop, inflate it, stop, inflate it to get to where you need to be able to get it patched. This is amazing. Like, you don't just have to sit there on the side of the road and wait for emergency services to come help tow your car. So that can save a ton of money just by having something that you have on hand that you can actually sit there and keep inflating your tire to get to where you need to be. I mean, if you're on vacation, you're traveling, once again, just around town, this can be so incredibly helpful. Far cheaper than buying an air compressor, but also much more convenient because an air compressor, you're only going to be able to use at your home unless you spend even more money on a portable air compressor. This is so much easier, and it literally reads your tire pressure and then will cut off when your tire pressure gets to where it needs to be. So you can use this again for bicycles, sports balls like footballs, volleyballs, soccer balls, that kind of stuff. But I think most people are going to use this for keeping it in their car to be able to inflate their car tires when they need to, because that's going to be a huge thing. Because especially if you're out in the middle of nowhere because you're traveling, having a way to keep your tires inflated, I swear, like, it's, hate use word again, game changer, because now you're not stuck on the side of the road hoping for or waiting for some emergency road service to come pick you up and tow your car, which potentially how far you have to go can cost a lot of money. So much easier to just be able to pull off the side of the road, throw some tire pressure in it, keep going. If you have to do it multiple times, you got something. Now, what I will say is, if you look at the battery right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do an apology, huge apology right now. This company sent me this about a year ago, maybe a little bit more. But when I got it, checked all the tire pressure in my family's cars, and nobody needed air pressure. So I set it aside, and literally, I apologize, just forgot about it. And so the other day, baby Glock comes to me and told me that she needed her tires. You know, she asked me if I could take her to a place to get her tires inflated and show her how to do it and stuff. And I was like, holy, you know, I got a way to do it right here. And so I took it out, inflated all four her tires. I checked the tires on my car, my wife's car. All of them need to be slightly inflated. So I'm gonna show a video of that. But I'm telling you guys, this is so much better than having to go. I mean, because most gas stations now charge you for air. They didn't do that a long time ago, or is extremely cheap. But now you can just have this to keep at your house, check your family's tires, inflate the tires, or keep it in your car. And that's what I'm gonna recommend, is keeping it in your car. And when you're on the road, and if something goes wrong, you got a way to keep your car going and to not have to spend a huge amount of money on a towing service and potentially doing more damage to your car or your tires because you were running on it when it was not inflated properly. Now, proper inflation also comes with another thing. If your tires are properly inflated, you're gonna get better gas mileage and life out of your tires. So it's really a good idea to make sure you're checking them and keeping them inflated to the proper pressure, because it's only going to save you money. So yes, this isn't super cheap. I can't remember the price off the top of my head right now. I'll put annotated down below, but I'm telling you, it's going to save you a lot more money than what you're paying for it. And I guarantee you're going to want to have it. So if you like this kind of content, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things to help with the algorithm so I can keep getting gear like this. Again, I am going to apologize to the company so much for forgetting about this, but it was just so long before any tires needed inflating. Yes, I could have just deflated my tires and got this video out real quick, and I apologize. I did not do that. I really thought that it wouldn't take very long before I could need to inflate tires, and I don't have the best memory in the world of keeping track of stuff. Not gonna lie, but it's not an excuse either. I should have done this a lot sooner, and so now I'm gonna roll in some footage of what it looks like while you're doing it, and but I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you right now, you need one of these. So stay tuned, watch the clips, be right back. Okay guys, so what you're going to want to do is to go to your driver's side door and look at where it tells you what you need to do for your front and rear PSI for your tires. And then, yes, I'm doing this again because the last time I did this, I covered the license tag of my car. So what we're going to do now is show you, we're going to deflate the tire a little bit so that you can see how this is supposed to work. We don't have to go, well, let's just go a little bit more. Now, when you attach the hose, it's going to read the PSI for your tires. And then you can set the PSI for your tire and then hit this button for the go. Now that you're at the proper tire pressure, it automatically shuts off. It's exactly what you want because you're not going to over pressurize your tires. And this will go for your bikes, your sports balls, like any kind of thing like that. If you see, the battery life has dropped a bit, but that is because I inflated the tires on 3 different cars. And now I've done this a couple times because I kept filming the license plate of my car and I had to keep deflating the tire in order to do this, and I apologize for that. My editing software doesn't have the ability to blur out like the license tag, and I just got dumb and just kept filming it over and over. So this is going to last you a very long time, I promise you. You saw the battery life before I was doing this. 3 sets of tires, and then this tire 4 times because I'm an idiot and I couldn't realize that I was filling my own license tag in my car. So now we're just going to go back to my final thoughts and you'll see how I feel. All right, so after seeing those clips, I think you can understand how easy this is to use and how useful it could be for you. And so I'm going to leave a link in the description down below where you can get yours. And I'm telling you, you're going to want one. It is worth the money. This is an investment into your safety and eventual, money savings, because you're not paying companies to come to your car. You're not destroying your tires because you can get it to where it needs to be before to get patched before anything catastrophic happens to the tire that hasn't happened already. I'm telling you, awesome idea. Love it. The battery life is absolutely insane. Just because, like when I showed you before, I'll turn it on again. When you look at that battery life battery, I mean, you're talking about this thing has sat at my house for a year, maybe a little bit more than a year, and this is how much it still had, and I already inflated all 4 tires of 3 cars. So I'm telling you, this is awesome. It's not like a power bank that loses life a little bit faster. This holds on to that battery life for an extremely long time, and you're going to want that because it's going to be handy in an emergency. All right, guys, in the meantime, be prepared, have fun, and check out the Hoto Air Pump Pro.